Coming up today on the Locked On Hornets podcast, we provide an NBA rookie ladder update. Where is Kon Knueppel? And is Kon good enough to finally give Charlotte a Christmas Day game? That's all today. Locked On Hornets.
You are Locked On Hornets, your daily Charlotte Hornets podcast. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
In a minute, cuz we live.
It's Locked On Hornets, part of the Locked On Podcast Network. It's your team every day. Thanks for making us your first listen. We are free and available anywhere you get your podcast, and that includes YouTube. There's Doug Branson. He's back. EveryHornetsBoxScore.com. That's his Substack. Go follow it. Also, go check out Yahoo Sports Daily with Jason Fitz and Caroline Fitton. You look very professional today, Doug. You look very corporate today with the mustache, and the hair looks very corporate. You look like you're in charge of me. And I know you love that. It feels like there's a lot of power shifting here.
All right, I just threw this on. This is not.
You think you're better than me? You think you're better than what I am?
I thought this was my Al Borland shirt. Like I didn't think. I didn't think this was my Tim Taylor shirt.
You look like a professional. I'm saying you look good is what you look like. And if people subscribe to us on YouTube, then you would be able to see the way that Doug looks. I'm Walker Mail. I don't look professional. I'm wearing a hoodie. My hair is a little funky. Follow me on Twitter at Walker Mail. Follow the midday show that I host along with Wes and Walker, Sports Radio 92.7 WFNZ. By the way, I do want to tell you that this episode is brought to you by Game Time. Game Time? Download the Game Time app, create an account, use code LOCKEDONNBA for $20 off your first purchase. And last but not least, thank you very much for making the Locked On Sports Podcast Network the #1 sports podcast network. Couldn't do it without you. We'll get to the Sicko Satchel questions, but we do have a rookie ladder update real quickly. An update in that it's not really an update. Kon Knueppel is still second on the rookie ladder after he fell back to second place with Cooper Flagg surpassing him last week. That holds true again. So it's Cooper #1, Doug. It's Kon #2. Derek Queen is third. Jeremiah Fears is fourth. VJ Edgecombe is fifth. So Kon Knueppel remains a spot behind Cooper Flagg. Cooper scored 40 points. He looks to be the real deal that we were all promised when he was selected first overall. Here's a quick write-up, though, on Kon. Quote, when LaMelo Ball was voted Rookie of the Year in 2021, he averaged 14.2 points per game, 5.9 rebounds, and 6.2 assists per contest, shooting 43%. Kon Knueppel's same stats are 18.6 points per game, 5.4 rebounds per game, 3.5 assists per contest, and 46% on three-pointers. His 89 three-pointers made trail only Donovan Mitchell at 101 and Steph Curry at 93 for the most amount of threes hit this season. Thoughts on the rookie ladder update / not so much of an update?
I mean, it makes sense. Like I said, they want to give this thing Rookie of the Year. They are going to want to give it to Cooper Flagg because he was the #1 overall pick. He was the runaway #1 overall pick. And so if all he has to do is keep playing like he's playing right now, and he'll win Rookie of the Year. The problem for Kon is that the usage isn't there. Even without LaMelo Ball on the floor, he's not getting the same kind of shot volume that Cooper Flagg is getting. And Cooper Flagg did have 42 points, but guess what Cooper Flagg did not get in that 42-point game? He didn't get a dub, and that was an overtime game. Guess what Kon got in his last overtime game? He got a dub. And that's really all that has to matter for Kon Knueppel. He's got to continue to help get the Hornets in the win column because Dallas didn't get the win, but they have been winning. Davis being back, he wasn't back for that overtime loss to the Jazz. But him being back has helped them win, but Cooper has helped them win, and that's what people are going to pay attention to, I think, particularly when you have a close Rookie of the Year race. I will say, too, in that overtime loss that Dallas took, Cooper had 6 points in the clutch to lead all players, but he was 1 of 4 of the field. But guess what? He drew 6 fouls. He got to the free throw line, and that's what you have to do in those clutch moments. If you want to score points, you want to help your team win. We've seen Kon, I don't know if he was listening to the show or not, but we've seen him do that a little bit more too. So that's encouraging.
We have. A couple thoughts here. One, This rookie class is absolutely incredible to start off. I mean, it's pretty bonkers, and it makes, again, the point all the more important to emphasize that Kon Knueppel looks like this in what is a crazy strong rookie class. It's not what the class was when Tijan Salan was drafted. There are 9 players right now, Doug, that are averaging 10 points per game. It's not like they're doing so on real low efficiency. Every single one of those guys that are averaging 10 points per contest are shooting at least 43.6% from the field. Ace Bailey is the least efficient overall from the field, but it's 43.6. It's not even like it's all that bad. We've certainly seen less efficient rookies. Kalkbrenner is at 8.9, just outside of averaging 10 points per contest. Dylan Harper last night, I mean, looks like the real deal.
Leading
Cooper Flagg is
bench.
Dude, he looks great. VJ Edgecombe, it's funny how he's fallen back, and yet he's shooting 39% from three. This class, even with everybody pointing to next year's class and saying that's going to be even better, if they're better through the first 25 games of the season in their rookie year, then oh my God, because Doug, this whole class, Trey Johnson's falling back, and all he's doing is shooting 40% from three. Like these guys are absolutely ridiculous with what they've performed like in their first year of basketball.
Yeah,
NBA
it's a great class. It's been entertaining to watch, and it's so encouraging that the Hornets have one of the players. That they don't get caught with the player that is not impressing that much. That's something new for Hornets fans. And the important thing to remember, though, is we can keep track of this ladder. It's fun to talk about. I mean, honestly, Kon should be worried about falling to 3. Having just talked about Dylan Harper, then moving up to 1. Like, we can have some fun. We can talk about this. But ultimately, the story on these players, their legacy, what we feel about them years from now, is not going to be about what they did to climb the rookie ladder. It's in that next offseason and the next offseason. And what are they doing to improve their game? And I can't speak for Cooper Flagg. I can't speak for Ace Bailey or Dylan Harper. But I get the sense that Kon Knueppel is going to do everything in his power to improve his game every single offseason. He seems to have that Kevin Durant mentality that Steve Clifford always used to talk about. Like, I don't care how well I played. He's so hard on himself in these post games, even when he plays well. He just has the right stuff. And I don't care where he falls on the rookie ladder. I'm super excited about the future of the Charlotte Hornets as long as Kon Knueppel remains on the team.
Number 1 in our hearts, number 2 on the NBA rookie ladder. And there's another way he could have that place cemented in our hearts here, Doug. Coming up next on the Locked On Hornets podcast.
Could he give us a gift?
Bees everywhere!
Could he give us a Christmas Day game? How much does that even matter that the Hornets play a Christmas Day game? Because they are literally the only franchise in the NBA that has not played on Christmas quite yet. Does it matter to you? We'll get to all of that coming up next. LOH. Before we get to that, I do want to tell you that this episode is brought to you by Skims. Did you know that Skims now makes underwear for men, bringing the same attention to quality and comfort they're known for? Well, now you do. The men's line offers something for everyone from boxer briefs to classic briefs, all designed with the perfect balance of comfort and style. Finding underwear that fits well, stays in one place, and moves with you throughout the day can be a challenge. Skims solves that with lightweight, high-quality materials that provide all-day comfort, whether working out, traveling, or just going about daily life. Shop Skims Men's at skims.com and Skims stores. Let them know we sent you. After placing an order, select podcast in the survey and select our show in the drop-down menu. More Locked On Hornets ahead. Before we talk more, Kon, I want to tell you about the Everydayer Club. Thank you for making Locked On Hornets your first listen of the day. We appreciate it. And thank you for making Locked On the #1 sports podcast network. You've already lived your team. You do live your team every day. Now take it up a level and go ad-free. Join the Everydayer Club and get Locked On Hornets with no interruptions, members-only Discord access, and more, all for just $5 a month or $50 a year. All you have to do is go to lockedonhornets.supercast.com. lockedonhornets.supercast.com, and there you can be a part of the Everydayer Club, or what you can do is check the link in the show notes to learn more. So I saw the Christmas Day schedule, just NBA kind of promoting what to expect next week, and you see the Dallas Mavericks there again, and it's like, of course, they got the #1 overall pick, Cooper Flagg, the kind of generational prospect. If you were to rank all of them over the last 15 years or so, we did this in the offseason, but he's somewhere up there. Cooper clearly, especially with him only being 18 years old, the guy is absolutely bonkers. The NBA wants to promote their young players, so they do so with Cooper Flagg playing on Christmas. Again, I reiterate, this is a fact. The Hornets, they are the only franchise in the NBA to have not played on Christmas. Only franchise. Do you think Kon is good enough, one, and do you think the NBA cares enough to promote him / Charlotte enough to put them on a Christmas Day slate in the next 2 years, Doug? What are your thoughts?
Oh, in the next 2 years, maybe, sure. Not next season, because I don't think that they're going to go to the playoffs. They may sneak into the back end of the play-in, but I don't think this is a playoff team. And a playoff, I don't even think a playoff series does it. A playoff series win. Like, you've got to win a series, I think, and make a Sacramento Kings, Atlanta Hawks type of sneak. Oh, hey, there they are. That's what the Hornets would have to do in order to earn that place on, and it wouldn't be their game. They would be the opponent to whoever the NBA was trying to promote. And I don't think it would just be about Kon Knueppel being so good. Although, he goes on Fallon, like he has the best agent in the world. He gets all of these interviews where you go like, what's going on there? But he's marketable in that way. So I think, you've got that going for him. But like, to me, it's about Kon being special. It's about hopefully Brandon Miller being special. If they can figure this thing out with LaMelo, that I think ups the odds of it, because he is, if he were healthy the rest of this season, say he comes back on Thursday, he's healthy for the rest of the season, he's healthy all of next season, then you're starting to talk about something. And it's depth too. It's hitting on all of these draft picks and making sure that everyone's on the same page in terms of their work ethic, their mentality, their approach to the game, their commitment to the defensive end of the floor, like all of those things. You put all of those things together, okay, now you could possibly win a first-round playoff series, and then you're talking about a Christmas Day game.
Yeah, so Dallas would be the exception, right? Because Dallas was not great in the postseason. I don't even know, did they even make? They didn't make it.
You get the number one overall pick. They're the exception because that's what happens. Yeah.
Well, right. So they didn't make the postseason. You're the number one overall pick. Cooper Flagg is a special type of prospect. They want to showcase you, right? Like, I'm not even disagreeing with you. You're right. The Hornets are going to have to win. I guess I will say about the Jimmy Fallon thing, because I was going to go to that as well. I sat down with Kon Knueppel, had like a 10-minute interview. I asked him how all that came to be, and he said the NBC is looking to promote the NBA. And so when the Hornets were playing in New York, they decided to reach out themselves, saying, hey, would Kon be available? He kind of joked about how he didn't really have a say in it. It wasn't a question. It was more of a, you're going to show up on Jimmy Fallon, so go ahead and get ready, put on your showbiz clothes. So like, I think it is interesting if part of this is promoting the NBA and trying to get the younger prospects out there. Seems like they seem to have some kind of value in Kon just with that alone. So if they wanted to do that, and the Hornets were this up and coming franchise, they got to finish strong. Got to see how it looks on the court. Got to win basketball games. You're totally right. But if they win some games, Kon continues the outrageous efficiency on good volume. He's scoring almost 23 points per game without LaMelo out there on the floor. I think it's just over 22, if I'm not mistaken. So like, there's enough here with Kon, especially with the popularity that LaMelo brings. Let's say LaMelo is actually on the court. That's an eyeball attention getter. So that's the way it happens. I would bet against it as well because, well, we have over 35 years of evidence to the contrary. But it does feel like Kon Knueppel could be that guy alongside a LaMelo. You got to be a top 10 team, 5 games. Is there a top 10 team interest level? Probably not right now. Could Kon bring us there? Maybe. How much do you care is another question. For me, I'd like to get there just so I don't have to say the Hornets are the only team to have never played on Christmas. I kind of just don't want that to be said about us anymore. I would like to, I was joking about it today. I wouldn't mind sipping my coffee with a little Bailey's in it with wrapping paper all around me, watching the Hornets on TV. That would be a cool experience for me and others for the first time ever. But really, I just want the notion of, being able to say the Hornets have played on Christmas now. Like, we're the only team that can't say that.
Yeah, I think I'm too old for it to feel special. I don't think I could find my childlike wonder again on seeing the Hornets. I used to get that when I was a kid, seeing them on national TV. I'm like, it's my team. They're on national TV. It's like it used to see the Panthers on Monday night. It was like a big deal. Like, Panthers, they're on Monday Night Football. It's great. I don't think I could find that again.
You lost the
care
magic.
more about the playoff series drought. Now it's a playoff series drought too.
Sure.
But
Yeah,
a playoff
yeah,
series
yeah.
win drought like that. If they win a playoff series, I will find my childlike wonder. I will turn into a child again. I will run around the house screaming. I'll go tell all the neighbors. Like, that's, to see them on Christmas would be like, but see, again, to me, that's a product of that. It would be like, okay, great. Now they've stamped it, their approval of the Charlotte Hornets. They've won a series again. It would mark, hey, this franchise is, although now I'm actually just talking myself out of it because we just talked about Sacramento. It's no like guarantee. Like, you play on Christmas, it's not a guarantee that your franchise is suddenly completely out of the mud. You can go right back in it again. But that's fine. I would be happy for the younger fan base who has not experienced all of the depths of darkness that I've experienced. I would be happy for them, but I would find it difficult to be anything more than like, oh, that's cool.
Tune in for the episode when the Hornets are playing on Christmas Day. Tune in for that episode. We are going to share all of the excitement in the world. All right. Speaking of relevance, coming up next on the Locked On Hornets podcast.
Bees everywhere!
How relevant would it be to the Hornets to win the in-season NBA Emirates Cup compared to a Knicks team who, say, doesn't hang the banner when they win that title? Will the Hornets hang the banner? We'll also get to some Sicko Satchel questions coming up next. LOH. This episode is brought to you by Game Time. Game Time? The World Cup is coming back to North America for the first time since 1994, and with 48 teams for the first time ever, it's going to be massive. But let's be honest, getting tickets is usually the hardest part. That's why the Game Time app is clutch, finally giving fans a real advantage when it comes to snagging seats. With Game Time, you can track price drops in real time, get alerts when great seats open, and buy tickets the moment they hit the app. It puts the power back in your hands and makes going to the World Cup realistic instead of impossible. Prices include fees up front, which I love. That means there are no last-second surprises at checkout. I usually like surprises, especially around holiday season, but not surprise fees when I check out trying to find some tickets to live events. Alerts for teams and matches make it easy to grab tickets the moment they drop also, instead of missing out. Take the guesswork out of buying World Cup tickets in every match, concert, or event with Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, use code LOCKEDONNBA for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, download the app, make an account, use code LOCKEDONNBA for $20 off. Game Time. Also, this episode is brought to you by Robinhood. Nobody knows your money goals better than you do. Robinhood puts you in control of your money with tools that work as hard as you do. Locking in on every opening, beating your PR, beating it again. You can channel that drive into your money. Robinhood puts you in control of your money. Trade stocks and ETFs, options, futures, and crypto all on one platform. You can now build and execute your own trades from a desktop with Robinhood's Legends Advanced tools, or take advantage of the new Robinhood strategies with a tailored portfolio managed by a team of experts. You expect more from yourself. Expect more from your money. Get started today at Robinhood.com/yourmoney. Again, that's Robinhood.com/yourmoney. Your money, your move. More Locked On Hornets ahead. The big bad New York Knicks, they win the NBA Emirates Cup, the in-season tournament that was created just a couple of years ago. So it was the Lakers that won the first NBA Emirates Cup. It was the Bucks who won it last year. Congratulations to the Knicks. They win it. Now, they said it was really important to them. They celebrated as if it was really important to them last night. It was kind of funny to see the glee on everybody's face, and it felt real. I think even Mike Brown made a comment after the game saying, we're going to hang the banner. Actually talked about it. Not so much. Nope. In fact, Shams, he tweeted out earlier today that the New York Knicks would not hang the title banner from the rafters at Madison Square Garden. It looked like this was something that was almost mandatory. It felt like that was going to happen for all of these teams if they won, but not James Dolan, not the Knicks. And I was watching NBA Today on ESPN, and it was Brian Windhorst who led us to believe that this was a James Dolan call, that this was ownership's decision more so than it was Mike Brown or the players. Your thoughts, Doug, and I want your thoughts specifically as a Hornets fan.
This is absurd. Not to enjoy something. You haven't won anything since the 70s. Like, enjoy something. It's incredible to me. Oh, we would dishonor those teams that actually won NBA. Like, are you kidding me? Like, it's okay to honor honoring one thing doesn't dishonor another thing. And it's sports. And you haven't won anything since the 70s. It's unbelievable. I'll tell you, if the Hornets decided not to hang a banner, if they won the NBA Cup, I would quit. I'd quit the team.
I don't think they'd do it.
Like, that would be unbelievable to me, number one. Number two, maybe they would finally sell some T-shirts online if they did that. If they won an NBA Cup championship, maybe they wouldn't, find a taco truck somewhere and sell 17 limited edition T-shirts, to lines out the block. Instead, hey, maybe put them online.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Well, I will say this: foul lines that's basically our rant segment on Wes and Walker. If we go to the foul line, we just go ham on somebody. And I kind of did that with people that hate on the NBA Cup. Like, here's the thing: if you don't think it matters all that much, that's fine. The Knicks, if they don't want to hang the banner, okay. But people are so desperate to let you know that they don't think the NBA Cup means anything. Great. All right. This is a Wendy's. Get out of my face. It's okay to have fun playing basketball. And if you want to hang the banner, I think people feel it important to say, well, it's not as good as a playoff series. It's not as good as an NBA championship. Duh. Thank you. I appreciate you letting me know that, because I thought it was as important as a playoff series. Now, I was triggered a little bit. Not triggered, but when you said you care more about a playoff series more than the Hornets playing on Christmas Day, for sure. Right? I'm not trying to compare that. I'm just trying to say I would like to be in a group that includes all the other NBA teams rather than being isolated as the only team to have not played. I do think that there is some joy, something that would bring me joy if the Hornets played on Christmas Day. It would also bring me joy if the Hornets won an in-season cup. It would bring me joy if the Hornets hung the banner. Yeah, Knicks, they have accomplished something. Even if it's been since the 70s, they did go to the finals in 99. They did go to the Eastern Conference Finals last year. They've accomplished other things that the Hornets have never even touched. So we are speaking from different playing fields here. At the same time, yeah, get over yourself, James Dolan. I feel like every other NBA team would have hung the banner.
I would be more excited for an NBA Cup championship than I would be for a Christmas Day game. The reason the Christmas Day game ranks lower for me is because a playoff series win or an NBA Cup win, those are win. You're accomplishing something. The Christmas Day game is the gift that you get for accomplishing something. And while that is neat, it's neat. I put that in a neat category, whereas I would be excited by doing the other things. That's all I'm saying. I'm not diminishing. I guess I am diminishing the Christmas Day game
a little bit, but it's okay.
I'm just putting it in its proper perspective, because the last thing that I want, and we've talked about this before, is to be gifted a Christmas Day game just to be like, all right, well, you're the last team and we got to do it at some point. Like, that would be depressing. That would be miserable. That would be no kind of Christmas gift at all. I'm just putting it in proper perspective. Unlike the New York Knicks, who have no perspective. And to me, this is just James Dolan wanting to put a thumb in the eye of Adam Silver and the rest of the league, doing something that he knows Adam Silver wants these teams to do, take this thing seriously, honor it, make it something. This is just classic James Dolan being like, nah, I'm not doing that.
Sure. This is what it looks like. All right. I think we have time for one Sicko Satchel question if you want to go to it, Doug. What you got for the people?
Let me do this one because it's a little bit more timely, and some of the other ones we can get to later in the week. This is Roger of the 23rd Man Division, who says, Eric Collins referenced during the overtime win over the Cavs, referenced the last time the Hornets held a team scoreless in overtime was 1997. Can we buy a small portion of stock into the guys finding ways to finish games like the 51-game winning 1997 Hornets?
Charles Lee seems to. After the game, he said it felt like a momentum-shifting type of victory, and I actually touched on this in the last episode. Yeah, that was meaningful. The Hornets, they are playing better basketball overall. No, they're still not a great team, but you see the ESPN power rankings. They rank the Hornets 22nd. That's higher than what an 8-win record like usually means to me, Doug. You see that, okay, you look at the last 10 games or so. I'm trying to pull up the record in the last 10 games, but they've won 4 games since that victory against the Bulls. They might lose another game to the Bulls, but so they're 4-4 in their last 8, I should say. 500. It feels like they're playing better. Charles Lee just spoke at practice today, and he said LaMelo was actually doing more on-court work than some of the other injured guys. So maybe a return for LaMelo is somewhat soon. That would be nice. Feels like the trajectory is going up for Charlotte. And so can we buy just a tiny bit of stock in comparing what the Hornets did against Cleveland to what the Hornets did as a 50-win team in 97? I think the stretch, while we are stretching it, I think the stretch reaches the threshold. Sure, have fun, compare away to 1997.
Yeah, why not? Party like it's 1997. The Hornets, they're full of so many young players now, and there's something great about being young. And this is honestly the theme of the episode. The thing about being young is that you're a little naive, that you don't know what you don't know. You have not experienced some of the things that maybe turn people like me into cynics. And so, and this team, honestly, because they haven't won something in so long, it is a little bit of like the ship of Theseus, where you've just slow, and they haven't done like crazy rebuild. It's just like little boards of the ship get replaced each year. You know, you get a trade that sends Gordon Hayward away, and then Terry Rozier leaves, and then and you replace them with all of these young players, and suddenly it's a different boat. And this different boat, they're not as scarred. When they see LaMelo Ball hit the bench, it's the first time they've seen him hit the bench. Like there was a point before some of these rookies came in where like you could see, much like we could see it in Cleveland, where it's like you could see that team was beaten down by the injuries. This team doesn't seem to be beaten down. In fact, a lot of these young players are looking at all of this as an opportunity for them to get more play time in a season where they may not have expected it. And so, yeah, I mean, it's super fun to watch. It's making even a cynic like me smile a little bit.
Yeah, I like Smiley Doug. He's my favorite, honestly. Smiley Dougie B. There he is. I synced it. Doug Branson. You can
do
see
it again.
Too.
That's all I ask. Just do it again. Please.
Okay, if you were referencing Greek mythology, is that what you were doing? I can reference some Greek mythology in that it is a Sisyphus effort. It's a Sisyphean
sure.
effort rolling up the rock
up the hill.
Yeah. Then watching it fall down, trying to get you to smile. I think I'm close.
That's the injury. That's the injury experience for most Charlotte
is.
Hornets fans right now. Watching it, hoping, oh, here we go.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, that is.
But it looks like, injury update really quickly. LaMelo Ball doing more activity than Colin Sexton or Trey Mann. Some ideas that he could return.
Yeah. Did mention that. You were getting your take ready, but yes, it does look like LaMelo is soon going to return, hopefully so, because it's still good news for the Hornets. They still are better with him out there on the court.
I'm actually sick. I'm a sicko, but I'm still a little bit sick. I'm getting better, though.
You're ill. You're not sick. You're ill right now. Mm-hmm. Doug Branson, everyhornetsboxscore.com. Also, go check him out on Yahoo Sports Daily. Jason Fitz, Caroline Fintner there. It's a party. Go check him out. Yahoo Sports Daily. Also, everyhornetsboxscore.com. And I'm Walker Mail. Listen to me, WFNZ, every weekday from 12 to 3 p.m. Sports Radio 92.7 FM. Have a great rest of your day. We'll be back with you tomorrow.